What up? What up? What up, dude? What up, dude? What up, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? Uh-oh. What's going on? Hey, lovely 31 Blueprint. What's going on? What's going on? Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. As you guys come in, let me know if you can hear me okay. No, this is like midday. But yeah, let me know if y'all can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me see something. Hey, Jasmine, what's going on? Let's see. I don't even know what's going on here. Okay, there we go. All right, what's up? See you in TY. What's going on? What's up, Lee? Hey, Miss Felicia, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Listen, we here to get into this episode, child, because I got a lot to say. I got a lot to say. Ooh, I got a lot to say. This was episode 6 of Atlanta Housewives, y'all. The name of the episode was Peace Interrupted. Okay, this is episode 6 of the Sweet 16 season. Okay, and we are here to get into it. I want y'all to let me know how y'all feel about the episode, and let's get into it. Okay, so we open up with Brit, child. They talking about 48 hours later, girl. They opening up like Brit, like Brit done went to jail or something, done got out or something. I don't know. Child, it was very extra. It was very extra. But Brit is having a conversation with her husband, and I'm telling y'all, that man don't give husband to me. That man give girl best friend. Hey, best friend. Like, how you doing, best friend? Best friend. Because I was a little confused at the distance on the sofa between the two of them. I would think that if your wife was going through stuff like this, I get it. Some may give her space, but I just felt like for all that the theatrics that she was given, I would have thought that he would have been right there in her arms and stuff. I don't know. It kind of gave me a little weird. But listen, he give best friend. Hey, best friend. He doesn't give. He is awkward and weird. I can't quite put my hand on it, but he is most definitely awkward and weird. But he is definitely giving best friend. Okay, so they're having a conversation, honey. She says that she paid $250 for them flowers for Kenya, and Kenya, was very dismissive to her. And my husband would have rapped. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, you not showing no type of affection or nothing, or no type of love, no type of support. In like it gave very weird. He gives awkward. He give me like he listen. She talks about how Kenya has went too far and the damage that she has caused. She doesn't understand the damage that she has caused with her business, with everything going on. She also says that she pretty much could lose her license. Now notice that she said she could lose her license when she was talking to her husband. Okay. But I just felt like he was giving really weird vibes. I don't know. I can't quite put my hand on it, but he give me weird. He really do. He give me very weird. What's up, everybody? What's up, Cooking with P? What's going on? Good evening or good afternoon. It's still morning for me though. Swally, what's going on? Brit's husband seems off. Yes, he is very often very weird. She was already under investigation before that happened. I'm hearing that her license was up under, or she was up under some type of investigation. I'm gonna keep it cute with that until some other stuff surface up. I'm gonna keep it cute, you know. Uh, yeah, we just gonna. I'm gonna keep it cute with that one. But I have heard that, and I saw it on Twitter. So, again, I put in my notes that the husband is giving very weird. Now she admits that she had two incidents, and one in like when she was a teenager, and then one when she was in her 20s. She says when she was in her 20, I mean when she was a teenager in high school, she let her boyfriend record her giving oral blah blah blah. Now what comes back into mind is when Portia said underage pictures that Kenya showed. All right. Now, if Brit is saying that when she was in high school giving slob on the knob, uh some some shaky there. I'm just saying some a little shaky there, but okay. And then she says the other incident was when she was in her 20s. She was a webcam girl, like she used to do webcam shows and things like that. So I was like, oh, okay, girl. Um, she said she had everything right from the internet, right? And she was saying that Kenya just up and got it. You know what I mean? Um, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Why would they have an underage a Brit online? I don't believe that was the pic that was shown at all. It might have not been. I'm just putting it together because Cynthia said, "Don't nobody want to see nobody suck no peen," and then Portia said, "I mean not Portia. Um, yeah, Cynthia said that during the episode of what she showed. Now she's saying that she was underage, and then Portia, right, went online and said underage photos. So I don't know. I'm just trying to put three and three together because of what it sound like to me. It sound like 2 plus 1 over there kind of equal 3. But anyway, um, again, I say that the husband is giving gay best friend. Okay, she go to doing all this crying and going on, and because she publicly shamed. And I'm gonna give Brit in just a minute because Brit need to go. She not innocent by far. I do think what Kenya did was distasteful, but Brit, you not innocent by far, and that's the problem that I have with you. That's why you belong over there with Lemon Pepper Stepper now. Okay. Okay, so Kelly comes over. She's being a friend, honey. She brings over some food, and she comes to check on her. They're doing the IV fluids where they administer vitamins into where they administer our vitamins via IV based on how you're feeling at that moment. And of course, Britt gave all these things of what she was feeling. Kenya, she just, I don't know why she would even do this to me. Like, Kenya, girl, let me tell you what I wanted to do earlier, but the petty in me wanted to do this earlier, but the good side of me was like, no, don't do it. But girl, I wanted to tag Kleenex in on the blogs. Yeah, Kleenex, the brand Kleenex, because girl, I just want somebody to just walk up to you with some Kleenex, a glove, walk up to you and tell you to blow your brains out. Okay? Because that's literally what you sound like to me. Like, it's so annoying. Again, ugh, I cannot. So anyway, um I need this for bitches I can't control. Oh, girl. I just can't. So anyway, Kelly, I really am side eyeing you just a tad bit because I feel like, granted, I feel like this was your friend and you left in the nick of time, before Kenya showed the photographs or whatever. But I don't know, something about you. I don't know, something about that scene, something she said. God dog it, I don't think I put it in my notes, but she said something that just really kind of was like, oh, okay, girl, I see you. I see you, but I do like Kelly. I'm not gonna lie. I do like Kelly, but I see Kelly. Okay. Anyway, we then get a scene where Kelly is over here saying there's no way King was being King. Oh, this is what I said in my notes because I could not seem to figure out how Kenya was super shady. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. The question about the ring, I probably would have asked the same question. I'm not gonna hold you. I'd have asked the same question, like, okay, is it that you got remarried? You got married again? What's T? I would have asked the same question. I don't think that Kenya's question was that shady that you felt like you had to respond in the way that you did. There's a clip out here of it's showing Kenya hugging Brit, calling Brit beautiful, all of that when she first met her, right? And again, I'm not saying Kenya is innocent, but I'm just saying I think it's weird because, girl, you literally got greetings from Kenya. Kenya could have been Kenya, and I spoke to you at all in any one of those settings after you felt like she was being shady to you. Again, we're not seeing it on camera. And if production is cutting it out, then productions quit cutting it out. I just feel like what Kenya said wasn't so far off that you felt like Kenya had this whole thing out to get you. No. And if that's what the people, if that's what Team Twirl wants her to be vindicated, or the area that they want her to be vindicated in, then okay, I can understand that. But again, unless production is purposely cutting out what Kenya must be saying to her, but then that clearly can't be the case either because the other cast is literally saying, especially Portia. Portia was taken up for Kenya. So I don't know. Like, what is we seeing? And Kelly, you defending that is what finds why I got a side eye you, because I'm like, what have we not seen, and what are y'all not saying that Kenya did that was so dang bad? It's crazy to me. Anyway, we get Shamia is having a little shindig down to her house. Child, she got the chef there and everybody there. Portia shows up, Kelly shows up, Angela shows up, Shamia. Um, okay, Shamia. Anyway, Angela brings up, they're talking, and they were talking about Kenya and talking about what Kenya did was in hell. So they play some flashbacks from the episode where Portia was saying that she didn't want the camera on her or anything like that, right? Poor y'all remember at the bank, Portia brings up that she knew things about Charles, Angela husband. But here's my thing. Portia, I believe you lying, sis. I believe you lying. You saying you don't know nothing on him. Now you know good and well you don't play no joke or no newbie sitting up talking about you know something on their husband. Especially when you going through what you going through. Now I know when you first came on the scene this season, you was Miss Gubadia. Okay. But Portia, girl, Portia, I believe you know something on Charles Oakley. I do. I do, allegedly. Just in my opinion, she knows something on Charles. Now, Angela, I think you should stop asking. I think once you ask that one time, then that's enough. I'm not gonna keep begging nobody to tell me what they know on my man. My man, my man, my man. Okay. If you don't, again, I now, Angela, it do seem fishy when you keep asking and you keep feeling a type of way about folks saying something about your husband. I really don't understand why you would even give a damn. Okay. As long as them checks coming through, and as long as they're clearing, and as long as you know things is good on your end, I wouldn't even be. I wouldn't. Wow, who begs that? Who begs for something like that? Because most of the time when you begging like that, baby, you gonna get what you want, what you looking for. And again, I just think Portia knows something on Charles Oakley. I do. Drew shows up late. Now I'm gonna tell y'all something. I really truly believe that Drew is made this season. She's kind of made to look like a person who shows up late. But from what I know, y'all, Drew had a really busy time when they were filming. So I'm quite sure Drew was coming from other stuff. But I know that she was very busy when they were filming. Kind of like how y'all remember when Candy was busy that last season that she filmed, and the ladies was like, "Oh, you ain't never here for blah blah blah." I think they're doing the same thing to Drew, but instead they're causing Drew to be late. Now, again, I could be wrong, but that's kind of what it gives me. It gives me a production tactic that they keep making her show up super super late, because she's done it in a whole lot of scenes, and I'm like, this has to be a production tactic, and I've picked up on it. Like, we're not crazy. Anyway, Drew shows up late, child, and they have a conversation. Now, child, they outside and they are talking about the divorce. They ask how Drew's divorce is going. She addresses it about Ralph, and we'll get into them in just a minute because that's a whole mess. And then Portia talks about how Simon, Pilar was asking about Simon, and Simon, no, I know for a fact, Lovely 31 Blueprint. Hey, Faith, I know for a fact that Drew was busy around that time. I know for a fact, and I won't indulge how I know for a fact, but I do know for a fact Drew was very busy around that time. And that's how I know production is using it to their benefit. However, they're talking about the divorce, and Simon said, I mean, and Portia says that Simon, Pilar asked about Simon, and Simon, she texted Simon and told Simon, and he ignored and left her on red and stuff like that. Honey, let me just say this. The first time, in my opinion, when you have a family like that, where, you know, you marry, and the wife has a different type of baby daddy, or vice versa. Okay. When that man show you who he is, especially when it comes to your daughter, you believe that bastard. And that's just the way I see it. That's the way I see it. I wouldn't be now. I'm not saying that Portia can't have no feelings, but what I would not be doing is sitting up crying about the fact that he don't want to have nothing to do with my daughter, because then that means that you could possibly be mistreating my daughter in any type of way. I'm good on you. Once you show me that, and once I know I'm raising a daughter over here, we Gucci. I'm good. I'm not supposed to sit up and cry about that, because at the end of the day, Pilar got a daddy. Now, y'all may say I'm wrong for that, and I'll take it, but that's just how I feel. Don't I can't stand when women or men do it. Listen, if that child keeps listen, I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna shut up. I know that probably gonna piss some people off, but I'm not finna sit up and cry about the fact that like my daughter don't have no daddy. Like, her daddy is very present, and I get it. The kids don't really understand at a certain age like that. I understand that as well, but I just feel like I wouldn't be sitting up doing that when I know that my daughter has a dad over here. So Portia, I think you can hang that one up for me. I do absolutely think that Drew was being sincere in that moment. Um, and I think the whole thing with Drew and Dennis, I don't believe anything is going on. I believe it is business. I believe that all three of them concocted a storyline, unfortunately, right? I believe that Portia sounds like a high school or junior high school kid walking around here mad at Drew for working with her baby daddy. You sound very pressed, and I don't like. I don't know. Again, I understand they got a show to make, but girl, that's weird. That is so weird. Anyway, um, now Drew Sidora says she cousins with Michael Jordan. That may be true though. That may be really true. This man ignore all children when. Oh, and that's a good point too, Felicia and Miss Eva. That's a good point. I didn't even think about that. Absolutely. So why did Portia think Pilar was any different? Well, I guess because Portia thought she was different, right? Portia thought she was marrying a true king out here. Oh yeah, now it all makes sense, don't it? It all makes sense, but mm-mm, mm-mm. Um, so we get a scene from Drew. She's packing. She's having a hard time with her daughter. Her daughter ain't seem to be listening. She don't want to get her hair done. Now my little sisters used to do that same thing, try to run away because they didn't want to get them little doo-doo braids in their head with them little barrettes on the end of them. But child, then Ralph come up from that basement down there. I said, now which one of them gonna be the first one on the app to try to snitch and tell baby? Ralph was on the dime, on time, I guess. He said it's his time. Now, when I seen the man come up from that basement, I thought, Lord have mercy. So Drew says she got to leave on the first, third, and the 15th, I believe, something like that. So Ralph can come up from that basement from down yonder and spend time with the kids. Child. Then, hey, baby girl, 1981, get them doo-doo braids. So then Drew says she want to speak to Ralph. They're talking about the exterminator. Drew says she that her lawyer told her that he need to pay for the exterminator. Drew say it is less on her plate if that's the way that it go. Ralph say, what's on your plate right now? You don't pay none of the bills here, Ralph. That is a fair sign of a woman is fed up, Ralph. I'm sorry. Now I don't know how fed up Drew is because I don't understand the situation that she's going through. But what I will say is, I believe she's out here probably making a coin so that she can make an exit. Now, I mean, that's just me thinking, right? It's especially if you say you paying all the bills. I don't know. Um, and why do Ralph got confessionals? That's another thing. I oh child. Um, I also think that the argument was probably worse that they did have, and production ended up cutting it. Was Drew ended up going outside, and she was saying that she Drew went outside. She was waiting for Allison, her sister. She was saying that it was so messed up because she had to hurry up and leave before he called some attorneys and they call the police and all of that kind of stuff. I think it's crazy. I really do. I think it's crazy. And I don't know. He paying the bills with her money. What does Ralph do for a job though? I mean, y'all got some points here too, because what do Ralph do? Go to Tampa. Um, and why don't you go live in Tampa? Why don't you go meet with your little dip that you was down there with when Drew was on her, what is that, first and second season? Why don't you go down there to Tampa? I mean, that's some good advice for you, right? Just go to Tampa. Sit up there at Tampa. Mm. Okay, so then, honey, we get a scene, a studio scene where Shamia and RL is in the studio. Angela shows up and Drew shows up, honey, and it was just kind of like shady. Shamia talking about she ready to come out her shell, do all the things of the things of the things. Okay, yeah. Then she talk about how she was hurt because Angela apologizes about Shamia's song. Now I ain't gonna hold y'all. I'm not gonna hold y'all at all. If Portia would have done some shit like that at the table, I'd have had to read Portia ass down to the ground. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because there's no way that you finna shade me talking about that's Drew. And Drew is your op right now. Girl, and Portia did that shit on purpose, but Shamia, Shamia, you really have a blind loyalty. And to those of you that say that you can't see where Shamia is more loyal to Portia than Portia is loyal to Shamia, you gotta be blind, baby. You gotta be blind. It's right there in your face. It's right there in your face, man. I'm pretty sure Shamia is the one initiating the let's go kick it. Let's go hang out. Let's go have drinks. She took Portia out when Portia first went through her divorce. So I gotta give it. I, Shamia, you gotta wake up, baby. You gotta wake up. Your mama done try to tell y'all. Um, child, I and Shamia, one more thing. Stop hollering at us in your confessionals. Stop hollering in your confessionals. Cause you be yelling at us, and I be like, damn, let me turn this down. Stop yelling at us. And I know them producers probably want you to stop yelling at them too. You yell too much in your confessionals, and it's so annoying. Stop it. Anyway, Brit meets with her mom. Now, y'all, Brit mama told Brit not to give too much to the cameras. Did y'all peep that? Did y'all peep that in the episode? She said something about Brit said, "Oh, I got all this going on. We got all this stuff going on in the family." And the mom was like, "Don't give them too much." Did y'all hear that? She was definitely talking to Brit about giving the show too much. I was like, "Oh, okay, mama, child." She mean, girl, you better keep both eyes on Portia. Period. Hey, Aunt Natty. Yeah, you better keep both eyes on Portia. Keep both eyes on Portia. But yeah, she was most definitely talking to Brit about not giving the show too much. But anyway, so Brit says that she hasn't, talked to her sisters, but they have talked since the whole Kenya situation. And child, she also says that she has gotten some support from her mom, and she's actually really shocked that she got support from her mom. Her mom says that Kenya is Miss USA, honey, and she should be spreading love or positivity, girl. I was like, oh, okay. I thought that was something. I mean, I really did. So that conversation, I think I can tell Brit. I really, because we're gonna get to this last scene as well. But Brit, girl, you're the problem. You're the problem, ma'am. I mean, there's no other way around it. You are most definitely the problem. Okay. You're the problem. You got issues with your sisters. You got issues with your mama. You got issues with other people. Girl, it's you. Okay. Um, so Portia meets up with Shamia, and Shamia and her just talk. Shamia says that she don't think it's a good time for her to bring up the whole song situation. Um, they talk about Drew and wanting to film with Dennis. Now, let me just tell y'all something. One thing about production is gonna always run the camera back. especially when y'all least expected on this show. I'm talking about the cast members, because Portia tells Shamia that Dennis did not want to film, told Portia that he wasn't gonna film, or he approved film, something like that. But production played that back and proved Portia to be a lie right there. Okay, so if Dennis told you that, Dennis ain't nothing but a lie, because Dennis and Drew had already been filming. Huh? Now again, I've already said this once, and I'm gonna say it again. Portia, you gotta let this go, because you sound very like, you sound like a I don't know, like a hurt baby mama is what you sound like to me. You gotta get that, you gotta get that. Do something with that. Do something with that. Do something with that, because that's so annoying to me. Mm-mm. Clock it. Period. Hey, hey, Sean. Hey, everybody. Child, I fell out my man. I just was like, girl. I don't think that Drew and Dennis got anything going on. I truly believe that they is out here making money together. Do I think they be trolling us a little bit? Yeah, I do, because I think all the three of them are in on it together. Because if you notice, Portia, when Shamia was asking questions about Simon, and I know Shamia was trying to be, Shamia was being a little shady when she kept saying something about a cease and desist, right? But if y'all notice, Portia did not want to talk about that in the scene. But then when she got in her confessionals, she said Simon name and everything. But then it felt like then she didn't want to talk to Shamia about what was going on, at least on camera. She didn't want to, which tells me, girl, that you needed some type of storyline, and I believe that y'all are all in on it together. I do. I really do. I felt like Dennis was your fallback. Dennis was gonna be your storyline, and then when you realized that Drew and Dennis was going, oh, okay, well, let's make it seem like this, or let's make it this way. I do feel that way. I do. Dennis probably lied to her. Cheetah will is a well versed liar. Well, we know Portia also don't always, you know, be forthcoming either, honey. She may just be saying that to amp up her issue with Drew, because the way she was sitting there at Shamia house looking at Drew was crazy to me. I was just like, Portia, you gotta get your stuff together. You really do. You do. Um. Okay, so all the ladies show up to Kelly little shindiggity dig. Okay, and well, all of the ladies except for Portia. Um, who else on here that won't there? Of course, Phaedra won't there. Phaedra was still over there with Mary to Madison. And of course, Kenya wasn't there. So they start out the conversation. They really only get to one place, right? And this is where I Brit just irks my nerve. Yeah, Cynthia won't there either. This is just where Brit just really irks my nerves, y'all. I don't like the girl. I don't. So they're having a conversation, and this shindiggity dig is supposed to be for, I see you. This is supposed to be for Brit. All right. Brit feels some type of way because hold on one second, y'all. Okay. Anyway, Brit feels some type of way because the ladies, I guess, had a conversation with Kenya, like, and she's assuming that they are behind Kenya, right? Brit, you cannot play the victim in this at all. You really can't. You cannot play the victim at all in this, and that's what you started off wanting to do. How, girl? How do you feel some type of way about them getting the scoop on why Kenya did what she did? How do you feel some type of way about that, girl? So then she then says that, well, Shamia says, oh, well, she told me earlier today or earlier, whatever, that she lost her license. Now that's not what she said in the scene with her husband. In the scene with her husband, she most definitely said that um she most definitely said that she could lose her license. Then she gets a date. Angela clocks her tea, and Angela says, "How? On what grounds did you lose your license?" Now Angela then said with no type of tone. She was herself when she said it. Here go Brit. Read the room. Read the room. What do you mean? Read the room. Just please read the room. Read the mother room. I was like, girl, what? What? Angela, chew in this moment, sis, because, girl, what? Read the room. No, Kenya is not here. But, girl, you're not innocent. You not. I don't know who told you was innocent, but you not innocent, girl. I just was like, what in the hell is we doing? Ah, read the room. Read the mother room. I was like, oh, ugh, ghetto. And yeah, I put that in my notes. She is ghetto. And I also put that on Twitter. Brit can go. She is ghetto. I mean, all of what I said too. She is ghetto. And she a shit starter. So then she tells Shamia turn around and ask her the same question. She wasn't mad at Shamia. So Shamia said, well, how exactly did you lose your license? Well, they have an investigation on me, and you don't just lose it like that. And so Angela was like, thought so. Angela is licensed. And we talked about this morning. You don't just lose your license like that. You got to be up under investigation for something crazy that you've done or something like that. Like you just can't lose your license like that. So that to me is very weird. Now, my thing is again, Brit, you not innocent. You not innocent. But y'all, I got a question. I got a question. Production. Y'all know y'all was wrong for showing Lil Kenny because that man name ain't got no business name being nothing little. Okay. Bravo and truly original. Lil Kenny, it won't nothing little about Kenny. His name should have been Big Ken. What are we talking about? Big Suburban or something. You said we're talking about Little Kenny. Girl, I know you playing with me. But when production panned over to that man and they put his name down there as Lil Kenny, y'all, I was like, no the hell they didn't. Ain't nothing little about that man. Not one thing. Not one thing was little about him. Okay. Did y'all peep that? I was like, oh no, ma'am. That is crazy. That is crazy. No. That is crazy. That is so shady. I was like, not little Kenny. Y'all know that's Big Big Kenny. Ain't nothing little about that man. Listen, if I had to give this episode a rating, I would give it a. It wasn't totally boring or anything like that to me. I give it a 7.5. What y'all would give this episode? How would y'all rate this episode? How would y'all rate this episode? And I guess this answered the questions if people thought that King was gonna be in this episode as well. Like, the aftermath. I told y'all it wasn't gonna be. Miss Eva said a solid 7. Okay, Cooking with P said a 6. Dana said a 6. Okay, dang. Hey Megan. Hey Sweet Jane. Hey everybody. If I didn't speak to you, what's going on? Hey Miss Cat. What's going on, everybody? Yeah, a 7-8 would be good because it wasn't amazing, but it was it could be worse. Yeah, I agree. Megan said a 7. CUNTY say a 6. I didn't watch, just listen to the reviews. Miss Felicia said a 6 as well. Yeah, I mean the episode definitely could have been better, and I don't feel like they had to open it up with Brit doing all the damn crying and stuff. I'm sorry, I don't know, something about that just. It's the fact that you trying to act like a victim, or you just trying to act like, and you saying, okay, another thing. She keeps saying, "Oh, I take accountability. I've taken accountability for my actions." Well, um, I think to the outside looking in, it doesn't look like you've taken accountability because you keep making excuses. So I think that's the thing. Like, so Brit, ma'am, you're not innocent. I really want you to understand that. You're not innocent. And you sit up and saying you upset with them because they went over to talk to Kenya, or I mean, whatever. It wasn't even caught on camera, girl. Jasmine said a 7. I, This episode 6 though, y'all. And I guess so they must have took 2 domestic trips, like, because I do know for a fact that they went to Chicago. I know that for a fact. And I knew about them going to Tennessee, but I can't remember where they went on their international trip. So they took 3 trips this season, which is why you keep hearing people like Cynthia keep saying y'all had so many visions and so many different things for the season 16 of the show, is because they did do a lot outside of the budget, from what I'm understanding, as far as the show goes. So I mean, child, y'all will see Phaedra come in the last 2 minutes of her and her mortuary marches, to be marching in the last 20 minutes of the last episode. I'm just playing, y'all. Has she admitted that she threatened Kenya with a pow? Yes, she did. I mean, but to me, it doesn't matter because you keep making excuses for it. But yeah, she ain't. I don't know if she apologized to Kenya. Well, yeah, she tried to. And again, I still think production had a conversation with her and told her to apologize. But it's just the way she keep going about it for me. Mm-hmm. All right, y'all. So listen, I'm thinking we're gonna fix me some lunch. But I wanted to do this review, want to do a live so that the people can give their opinion. Y'all can still do it if you watch the replay of this actual video of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 16, episode 6. Okay, make sure you guys check it out, honey. I watched it on Peacock. The only words that they bleeped out on Peacock was the F word. Other than that, it was what it was. Okay. All right, y'all. Y'all have a wonderful day. If you are not subscribed, get subscribed. If you don't have your notifications on, set them notifications, honey. And if you have not hit that like button, definitely hit that like button. It's free. If you like to bless the channel, you guys know how to do so. I appreciate y'all for tuning in to my review. Okay. And I will hopefully see you guys next week, if the Lord's willing. All right. I'll talk to y'all later.